How about a little 2-4 Tuesday? Now, I know you're not going to watch this on Tuesday. Well, maybe you will. A lot of people watch this stuff days, weeks, months, years after I post it, but I'm filming it on a Tuesday, so you get 2 for Tuesday. This is a brand new offering from Benchmade. It's the Redoubt, I don't know how you pronounce it, but there you go. Those are the part numbers. Let's just get into it. These were sent over by Gil over at Wild About Sporting Goods. A link to his website down below with a promo code, so go check it out. He carries a bunch of stuff. You already know the drill. So he sent me 2 of these. One has a partially serrated edge, and the other is just a plain edge. And in looking at these, I did notice a little difference in the thumb studs. The partially serrated one is black. The other is not. So I don't know if that is intentional. If these, this particular one with the more raw thumb studs is a mistake. I don't know. Okay. Also, it has the first production on the plain edge, but not on the partially serrated. But these are both first productions. I thought, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they've had this model out for a long time and I'm just not sure of it. I don't know. I think they're both brand new. I'm not sure why one has a first production and one does not. Who cares? Let's just talk about it. I did find it interesting that this is basically broken in and works fantastically on the plain edge. The partially serrated is not quite as smooth as the plain edge. And this is the one that I have been handling more than the plain edge one. So that was a little interesting to me. All right, let's talk about the specs real quick. It's 4 3/4 closed. And that's partially because it's like a super deep carry. Not super deep. We've seen deeper. Damn Designs has one. I swear, it's almost a half an inch above the knife. It's silly to me, but that's okay. This is a little silly to me also, but it works. But for me, it actually makes the knife too deep, and it then is a little bit tougher to deploy from your pocket. On this particular knife, the texturing on the green part of the grivery, is it grivery or grivery? I don't know. Let me know down below your thoughts. Because of that texturing, it runs under the clip. This one is a pocket shredder. Like, this texturing is not uncomfortable or sharp to the human touch, but I guarantee this will wear through your jeans pockets quicker than normal. Okay, it's going to. So I don't love that part of it. And having the pocket clip even deeper than normal just kind of compounds that problem of pulling it from your pocket. But since we're talking about the clip, this is a reversible pocket clip. You basically get up inside of there with a screw, pull that out. The pocket clip comes all the way out. You rotate the knife, and then it goes back into the hole here, and then you would put the screw back in. So, cool idea to have that type of reversibility. And it's not the first time I've ever seen that, but that is very cool. But yeah, the texturing, the super deep, all that, not a fan. So 8 5/16 overall. And that does include that little bit of the pocket clip because, well, that's part of the measurements. The blade is 3.5 inches with a cutting edge of 3.4. Both of these are right at 0.018 behind the edge, so there is some consistency there. Blade thickness is 0.124. Both using CPM D2 blade steel. So this is certainly going to be in more of their budget priced range. These are $180. They weigh in at 3.7 ounces, and overall thickness is about 0.62 at its thickest here, without the clip, just the grivery part. And it runs on washers, which this one runs really freaking well on just washers. Okay. This is how they come. There are no other options there. When you order, sometimes you can get them in different colors and things like that, but you don't have that option here. But we'll give you a quick look around this one. Let's move that out of the way. So it is I guess they call it a black cobalt type finish. It's kind of like powder coating to me, so I don't know. But I do like that. I mentioned the thumb studs before. I don't know. I wish these ones were black, but that's okay. Standard access lock. No big shakes there. Green and gray grivery. Standard affair pocket clip. CPM D2 with a first production on this one. Now, if you look at the serrations on this guy, they're done really well. I like a partially, I don't know. In my younger days, when I first was carrying a knife, I needed a partially serrated. I quote unquote needed partially serrated because that was cooler back then. Now it's not so cool, but the way they're marketing this is kind of like a rescue knife, something that you have with you in an emergency, in a go bag or something of that nature. And if you were going to have one knife as your emergency knife in a go bag that you grab and you have to, hit the woods or, whatnot, yes, a serrated portion would be helpful out in the woods, camping and things like that. So I'm kind of torn on these two as to which one I would want if I wanted one, but I don't. So I guess I don't have to make that decision. But you can make that decision. These are $180 list. So on the Wild About Sporting Goods website, they will be a little bit cheaper, and you will get a 10% discount if you so choose to look for one of these. I would check there first. These two will be shipping back to Gil shortly. So he will have these two back in stock. But I don't know. It's a budget offering from Benchmade. It is made here in the United States. If that's a thing for you, then that's great for you. It's not a thing for me. I'm all about buying American, sure. But oftentimes, and this is a topic for a different video, but oftentimes we're buying American at a higher price and a less quality. So I'm just going to leave that right there. I think these are okay. Let me know your thoughts down below. I know a bunch of YouTube people have these right now, so you'll probably have already seen videos and other people's opinions, and that's great, but let me know your opinion down below, and please go check out the Benchmade playlist up here in the corner.